the Germans nowadays are not wrong in standing out more. In fact, they are like a little bit cowards today because Germany, let's be really, really clear, was really, really, really bad. To simplify it, I will say in a way that I don't use much curses like most people that speak English do, but let's say the Nazis were horrible, not only to Jews, they were horrible to blacks, homos, Christians, Germans, Nazis, Europeans in general. They were really, really bad. And then the Germans, after it, collected data, said never more, never more, never more, and they say we will behave, we will remember, we'll never forget, because they have two wars and they get it, really bad stuff, and was their fault, and they push forward in their mind was our fault and was their fault. So they did what they had to do. It was harsh, it was horrible, it was Berlin nightmare. You know, the Russian Berlin Wall, you know. So they had to behave almost level of slavery to learn their lesson. They did a horrible, horrible, horrible thing to humanity. They messed up with basically a lot of people. So, putting this clear, Germans, stop being so polite and not Germans, please. I can speak in Portuguese if you prefer, because, to be clear, vocês, alemães, estão sendo covardes. Vocês não estão defendendo a Alemanha, a verdadeira Alemanha. E vocês precisam defender a Alemanha, porque vocês não têm culpa, porque vocês se comportaram, vocês disseram, erramos, vacilamos, parabéns, vocês criaram cultura. Só que agora vocês não sabem exatamente. Eu tô sempre certo, eu tô sempre certo. Não, eu tô sempre errado. Não, mas o que você tem que entender é o seguinte: o cristianismo, por natureza, é bom para enfrentar mentiras. So let's go back to English. Just to be clear, I prove I am Brazilian. So, what I will say now, you are the Germans. You need to be Germans. Most of you are very, very white, blonde, and all the stuff. But you need to be Germans because you are Germans. That's the point. And you need to be white because you are white. And you need to be blonde because you are blonde. You need to be all the things you have, that you have mixture, some visitors, but you need to be what you are because you are there. You should be getting married with all the colors of the rainbow. You know, you should be yourselves as well. But this, we're horrible people, is not helping now, and will not help Christians in all Europe, because now you are saying basically, oh, Europe culture is so bad. Europe culture is a no-no. The whites are the bad. And when you say with the whites are the baddies, you are putting a weight on people to have white skin. And this is not the weight they should be having. It's people of the past. And you now must be very precise Do not say, I'm German, Nazi, swastika, Germany. No, 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 no. But you need to have a flag. You need to be Germans because you need to say you are Germans because you are. And you need to say to Muslims to behave in Europe the best way you can. Please help the Christians that live in Germany because you are having a shock in culture right now. And right now, you need to explain to people that you think blacks are something because what you are seeing is not blackness, it's Muslim culture associated with blackness, but you were associated with Nazism and whiteness. So you too must clean yourselves pacifically the best you can, and you will have struggles. You need to have strong police to defend all the colors, all the skins fairly. I'm not even saying equal, I'm saying fair justice, because justice is the only thing that makes people be on the capability to even have conversation. If you don't have justice, you have people stealing on the street. Oh, because I'm a victim. No, no, no. Because you're so bad. No, no, no. Because you're descendants. No, no, no. You will make things worse. And then you say, you're not, I am wrong. And you will shoot with guns like crazy. Thinking all the blacks are guilty of. And you need to understand that you have a skin. This skin is not the problem. Their skin is not the problem. Maybe you like more skin. Who cares? It's not the problem. It shouldn't be the problem. Of course, there are some other places that show this subject, but you must understand first, you need better culture. You need to have military, probably, because you have dealing with someone that's not behaving the nice German way now, and you are dealing with this flood of people that need help, 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 and you are trying to help, and you will get tired. So you have to have patience. So have water, lots of water, have passion fruit, the yellow stuff. Read Bible, be calm, learn Quran, learn Arabic. I don't know how you will do all that with your little time. Of course, everyone thinks you're very rich because you are Europeans. You need to explain that you are not the package of money everyone think you were, but people will look around and say, yes, you are. And you need to explain that this money is mine. Even, I don't own you anything. If I own to someone, is to someone and someone and someone that helped me to disassociate myself from those guys that did really bad stuff. A lot of confused people, a lot of angry people. I don't want to be someone that does that. Will you be someone that does that? Because we don't want anyone doing anything similar in Europe. That's what you must do. Why? Because it's all people problem. It's a humanitarian crisis. Racism is a humanitarian subject. People going to Africa and to Europe having problems is all connected because we live in a planet, and this planet have connections, and you need to help people in Europe to learn Christianity, learn Christian culture of Europe, so you connect dots about atheism, and you check the Bible and you check the Quran, because you need Christians help, and you need to say, okay, we will be white, and there's nothing wrong with being white, and there's nothing wrong with being black. Black lives matter, no matter what black people said or people associated with the sentence did, and white lives matter, no matter what people associated with the skin color did. Because if you don't do that, you are keeping going circles, and America is going circles. They are trying to find enemy. An enemy is lack of proper education, proper balanced good attitudes. So measure well. Don't use that symbol. Use good flag, but stand together. Pray to God, behave, talk, because you need to talk, and protect yourselves, and tell others as much as you can how those people behave. Because let me be very clear to you, we Brazilians, we live in Brazil. There are almost no Muslims in Brazil. You know why? Because Portugal and Spain was being invaded by the Muslims, and then after 1,000 years of war, they pushed them back. And that's why Brazil, descendant of the Portugal people, are not Muslims. And you need Christians, you need theologians, you need preachers, you need Catholics, you need people that show that people that wear that clothes, that Christian clothes exist as well. Because if you don't show Christian clothes exist, they will keep showing the clothes of Islam. Do you understand? So you must show your clothes well. And this is a problem, because you must stand. Because right now, the Muslim community is thinking, what is on this people's mind? You are more likely, and I think that as well, to wear clothes of women. What is wrong with you? They need to learn from your version what has happened with this so-called culture of freedom on sexuality that, to me as a Christian, is too much, is garbage. I defend traditional family, and you need that. I recommend that. And they having problems with so-called homosexuals, and you need to protect one from the other, because they don't talk much, do they? And if you don't do that, you know what will happen. So you must show that there is wisdom in Germany. Not just, we're sorry about everything. You must show no weakness. You show grace, but you must also show you are not the weak. You are not a bad. You are not invader. and you are here to help the people you want to help when you want to help, and you are doing your job, and they still won't get it. God bless you and good luck.